SFDC Developers channel. In this particular video, I will show you the different types of the notification or the messages you can show on the Visualforce page. Here I am on the Visualforce page that I have built. You can see the 4 buttons. So let me quickly show you the demo. I'm clicking on show error button now. As soon as I click, you can see the error type of message is being visible with their styles rendered by the Salesforce itself. I'm clicking on show warning now. Without refreshing the page, it's showing the warning message. Similarly for the info as well as for the show confirmation. Let's go through the Visualforce code now. You can see the Apex page messages have been used to show the messages. The next thing is Apex form needs to be used whenever you want to use the Apex command buttons. In the output panel, I have simply put 4 buttons, each one to show the different kind of messages on the page. The Apex controller has been created, and for each button the respective Apex function is linked. So whenever you click on any of the button, respective function is getting called. For showing the display or displaying the error messages, the display error function is being called on the button click. Using the Apex pages add messages, I'm showing the respective error message using the severity. There are different kind of severities. As you can see, there is a warning, info and the confirm, apart from the fatal and error. So this was pretty much is. Now coming towards the Visualforce page, let's go through the Apex page messages. So you can also show the HTML code over here. There is an attribute on the Apex page messages called escape. So it's by default set to 2. Whenever there is any kind of XML or even the JavaScript or the HTML kind of code written from the Apex, that's getting all filtered out and it's being shown on the page. I can give you a small demo by setting it to true now. It's by default there. And for the display error, let's say h1 message as with style as color red. This is test message. Okay. So what should happen? Let's check. I'm clicking on show button now. I just saved the page. I'm clicking on show error now. So if you can see, it's directly getting written over here as it is. It's not parsing that HTML code and showing the output as per the HTML we have written. So that's the thing. The escape true is where we can use that escape functionality to render the HTML into the messages. So I'm setting it to the false now. And now let's check what's the output. So here you can see the HTML has been converted to its output, expected output, and this message is being right now converted into the h1 tag with its color as red. Similarly, you can also output the script, that is JavaScript code as well. You need to write something like that. I'm just showing you the demo example. This error is called. So I just written a JavaScript. Oh, sorry. I need to write double quotes over here. Clicking on save now. As expected, you should get an alert. Error is called. So this is how pass the JavaScript to the Visualforce page by using the escape false. I'm just removing this now, and now as expected, this should show this as a text. This was the one thing. And another thing I want to show is, if you notice, once I click on show warning, show info, show confirm, the page is not just getting rendered. It's not getting refreshed each time the button is clicked. So this is because we are re-rendering this particular message on the button click. So if I simply remove this re-render from the Apex command button, right, the page will refresh each time to show the message. This is not certainly a good user experience. This is called the Ajax behavior into the Visualforce page. So whenever the command button is clicked, our Apex action is being called. Once the Apex gets executed, it passes execution back to the Visualforce page, and after the completion of function, it's re-rendering the section for which it's refers to. So here you can see the page messages is having the id as message, so just we are re-rendering that page messages instead of the whole page. Another thing with the page messages you can do is you can simply write a descriptive message along with the title. So if you can see, it's showing the error, showing warning. So these are basically the titles you can see. And if you want to show the descriptive detail of that particular error, you can write, there is a third argument over here. You can specify the descriptive text over here. This is test error I wanted to explain. So if I click on save now, if I click on show error, currently it's not showing because that's the attribute we need to set on the apex page message. The attribute is called show detail. It's by default set to false, that's why we are not sure getting any kind of detail over here. But if we set it to true, and now I click on show error, you can see the detailed description that we entered as a third attribute over here is visible now. So this is all about the page messages, how it's working in the Visualforce page. In the next video I will explain how this is getting rendered into the Lightning edition and how to fix the styling into the Lightning.